Today I went to Primark to have a look at their Christmas stuff. It started off with this beautiful Christmas dress. It was £17, great for a party. They also had a selection of Christmas jumpers. They had this bear one just here. It was £14. They had a selection of Christmas jumpers and the majority of them were only £14. None of them were particularly my style, but let me know what you think. They had this one with dash hounds on as well. These other two jumpers though, these were £18. I don't really know why they were more expensive, but they were £18. Again, not my style, but let me know what you think. And then we moved on to some of the other things for Christmas. They had this musical Jack Skeleton that danced. I thought he was pretty cool, and it did play a little bit of music as well. And this one, when you pushed, his face lit up, as you can see. No music, just his face did light up. I think that was around about £10 or so. And then you had this Olaf one that also lights up. His tummy lights up, and again I think that was around about £10. I thought it was a nice little gift. Or you could get this Olaf one where it's just his face lights up as well. You had this neck pillow, but it had a hood, which I've not seen before. I thought that was quite different. It was £9, but it was a Grinch one, so maybe you can't take that on the plane in the summer, but unless you want to. Also had these plush toys, this lovely penguin, and they had this gingerbread man. These were £7 each. You also had the reindeer with it as well. I did like the reindeer and I did like the gingerbread man. But is this a frog? I mean, I don't understand why this, I don't understand. Let me know if you know why there is a frog dressed up as a Santa. You also had Stitch dressed up as Santa as well with a candy cane. He was just a plush toy again. I think he was about £12. Or you had Angel, but Angel here, her face did light up. Then we moved on to some gifts. So this was Hello Kitty. So if you know someone that loves Hello Kitty, you could get a jigsaw puzzle for £5. You could also get this gem by numbers thing. I don't really know what that is. That was £4.50. And then you could also get a Hello Kitty notebook that was also £4.50 as well. So if you like Hello Kitty or know someone who likes Hello Kitty. You also had this tumbler with glitter in the bottom, and attached to it was a key ring, so obviously you could take that off. That was Hello Kitty. Or you could have this teddy in a bag. Maybe you could use that for a pencil case, or even a dancing Santa Hello Kitty. So maybe Hello Kitty's in this year, I don't know. You also had a Jack Skeleton one, a tumbler. They were £8. All the tumblers were £8. Or you had this one, what is that? I don't know what that is. Moving on, you had the Grinch. There was a lot of Grinch stuff. So again, another tumbler with a keyring attached. That was £9. Or you could buy this mug for £7. There was nothing in it, no hot chocolate. It was just a basic mug for £7. I'm not a fan of the Grinch stuff, but let me know if you are. The film's okay, but not really my kind of thing. Or you could buy this mug for, I think it was £10. And that also had a hot chocolate thing with it as well. Hot chocolate drink and mug. I don't know what this was. You could reverse it so it had a Santa hat, or it could just be plain. Let me know what it was. So let me know if you know what that is. And then you had this gingerbread man that danced. He was from Shrek. There was a lot of Shrek stuff as well. So Hello Kitty and Shrek seem to be the thing at the moment. And then you had Stitch again. He did, I don't know if he danced or lights up. I don't know. He didn't work. Apple flavoured Grinch gummies. They were Christmas trees. They were £2.50 each. And you also had this Grinch stand. He didn't do anything. I think he was just like a doorstop thing. Some stocking fillers there. You had some playing cards. You had this doll which was dressed as Stitch, and that was £10. So a nice little gift. Plenty of stocking fillers, or even for a 1st of December box. And then you had these elf pals. So all different elves. If your child likes elves, like my son absolutely loves elf, so they are £7 each. I know that he would love them. A £1.50 bouncy ball with a Santa in it. Again, great for a 1st of December box, Christmas Eve box. And these little desk games. So you had hockey, you had 4-in-1, and you had a snooker table for someone at work, a little gag gift, a little secret Santa gift, or stocking filler. Or you had this Santa mug, which I thought was really cute. I like this one, and it had a hot chocolate mixed with it, and that was £7. Moving on, we also had these little bubble dangle things. You had a Santa, a snowman and an elf. I don't know what they were, I think they're just bubbles, and they were £1.50 each. So you could get those. And then you had this key ring, and inside the key ring was gummies. You had a Stitch one, but you also had a Jack Skellington one as well. So you could take your pick. This Stitch art set, I think it was about £8. Stitch and Angel art set, if you know someone likes to draw. And you had the Frozen tumblers. This one had Olaf on. You also had one with Elsa, and you had a Spider-Man one as well. So there were some more around the shop, but they weren't all together. They were £8 each. And then down at the bottom, you had Little Miss mug and sock set. This was the only Mr. Men Little Miss that they had there. You might have more in your Primark, and I did like the Shrek and Fiona mugs and sock set as well. That was something different, especially for a couple. For little kids, you had the plate and mug set for £4, a Never Stitch tumbler, that was £8, which I thought was quite cool. I like that one. And then you also had these Angel and Stitch teddies, which I don't really know what they are. This is like a shell with some Santa Christmas lights on the back, so not really my thing, don't really understand it, but they're £10 each, so if your kid likes them. Moving on to pyjamas, so they had the Grinch pyjamas. I had them in green and red, in kids sizes and in adult sizes. The adult size was £15, so the child ones would be a little bit cheaper, and you could also get the Grinch socks for £2.50 as well. So if you like Grinch, these were awesome. They are the Simpsons pyjamas, little baby grows, and then you had the child ones and you had the adult ones, and later on you will see a dog one as well. So if you like the Simpsons, you can get Simpsons Christmas pyjamas this year. The adult ones were £11, which I thought was really cheap for Christmas pyjamas, and obviously the children's one would be cheaper. If you wanted more traditional, you could get the tartan ones here, and you could get them in child sizes as well, as you could see. So yeah, the child sizes obviously would be a little bit cheaper, so they had a range there, so you could easily do a family pajama set. If you didn't like the red one, you could get them in green, but I didn't see the child ones in green, only the adult ones. But you could even get the tartan slippers to go with it. Even if you haven't got like a family that you want to do that with, just go and get it for yourself. You had these Christmas tree pyjamas. They were super soft. The adults were £13, so obviously the children's ones would be a little bit cheaper, but they were very, very soft. And then you had these Christmas pyjamas with lots of different Santas on, and again you had them in adult sizes and you had them in child sizes too. They were very different, these pyjamas, because obviously they had lots of different Santas on with glasses and Christmas trees. Quite fun ones to have. You also had these Crocs, these fur-lined Crocs with lots of different Santas on to match those pyjamas. And then you also had some quite thick, warm winter socks with Santa on as well. Very cozy, but I did like these red ones with the bears on. They were very long, so they would go halfway up your leg, and they were very thick, so great to keep you warm. And you could also get the little teddy bear slippers to go with that. I think they were about £8 each for those. Or if you want to go all out for Christmas, you can get the Christmas tree slippers with the star on the top, and I think they were about £8 to £10 as well. £9, there you go, right in the middle. Then you had the ear warmers here, great for kids, and you had the reindeer headband for £2, which I thought was absolutely lovely. More Grinch accessories. You had the scrunchies, Max, a plain green one and a Grinch one for £3.50. Or for £6 you could get a Grinch hat if you wanted to get the Grinch hat for any reason. You also could get the Crocs, and again they're fur lined. You could get little kids ones all the way up to adult ones, and then you had this Grinch hair clip, so if you're dressing up as a Grinch or anything, then this would go really, really well with your outfit. or you could even get a Grinch phone case, and that was £6. So if you like the Grinch, go to Primark, there's plenty there, or Home Bargains, there was plenty there too. You could get these slippers in a bag, so you could use the bag again, and it even had a label saying to and from, so a great little gift for someone. And they were £7, so not too bad for a pair of slippers. Also had these Jack Skellington decorations, Fright Christmas, so you could get that if you love Nightmare Before Christmas. That was £3.50. You could also get some Christmas cards, a pack of 20 Christmas cards for £2, and you could get these little stocking fillers or 1st of December box, a projector camera for £3. You also had this festive toilet roll. They were £2, and on the toilet roll was lots of Christmas jokes. So I think kids would love it, but you'd never get them off the loo. And you also had these reindeer poop wintergreen sugar-free mints for £1.30. You also had another Jack Skellington decoration here that could hang off the side somewhere. I thought he was quite cool. There was plenty more. There is a Sally one coming up later in the video as well. They were £3.50 each. And you had these pens with all different colours and a Santa hat with some glitter on the top. They were £1.80. You could get them in green reindeer, or you could get the red Santa one. Again, a great little gift to put in the stocking, or a 1st of December box, or even a Christmas Eve box. You even had this colouring set, and it had lots of different Christmas colouring pages and the crayon set. It was £3.50, and there's some of the sheets that you could get with it. So if you know someone who loves colouring, and you could get this Shrek activity book. It had lots of different things in it, but it had mainly some colouring and a pencil case with it as well. But Shrek seems to be in Primark this year. A Stitch cracker for £3.50 full of gummy sweets. Again, great little gift for Christmas stocking. And you also had these straws which you could change the lids to close the lid, so which I thought was different, and I absolutely loved it. I thought that was so cool, and it was £3.50. And then you had this backpack. I thought it was just like a teddy, but it's actually a stationery backpack. So if you're going around family this Christmas, you could get this and put loads of crayons and stationery things in to keep the kids busy. Then you had this water game for £2. Again, a great little stocking fillers. And this Hello Kitty hairbrush for £3.50 as well. So Hello Kitty and Shrek seem to be in. You also had this Nightmare Before Christmas pencil case with some stationery items in it as well. And that was £6 for that. Also had a Shrek pencil case as well, but it was just a pencil case, there was nothing else with it, and that was £4.50. Okay, down at the bottom you did have this Nightmare Before Christmas colouring set, and the crayons did actually glow in the dark. That was £3.50, which I thought was a great gift. My nieces might like that. And you also had this colour your own stocking in. You had the crayons, and kids could just go mad and colour that in. And you also had this Merry Grinchmas activity set come in a lovely little bag for £7. So there's plenty of colouring sheets in there. Moving on to some of the mugs, there was more mugs later in the video. This was £7 gingerbread man with hot chocolate, and you also had the elf for £7 with hot chocolate mix, and some mini marshmallows with the elf as well. You also had some champagne sippers for £2. Lots of drinking stuff here. You also had coffee syrup dispensers for £7 if you know someone loves coffee, or it could go in a workplace somewhere. And you also had this cocktail shaker as well. It was £9, it was quite heavy, and it had lots of things inside it as well. And then you also had these wine stopper and pour set for £3.50. Great as well for New Year's Eve if you're starting to think about New Year's. And a cheers for two wine glasses and cocktail shaker as well for £14. And then down at the bottom you had a glass for a pumpkin latte with a stirrer for £7 as well. So nice little gifts here for Secret Santa, or just to give somebody. A disco ball mug with a notepad and pen for £4.50. I don't really understand why they put notepad and pen in there. A disco ball ice cube maker, but you could use it to make chocolates and cakes and stuff if you wanted to, for £3. and a gnome hot chocolate mix, 4 different hot chocolates, gnome, and they were £4 for the 4 of them. And then you also had this gingerbread house with fudge in for £4, and it felt like there was nothing in there, so I don't see the point in it. Bubble tea, I've never had a bubble tea. Is it worth it? £3 each. You get them in mango or strawberry. Let me know if you've had a bubble tea. And then you got this Christmas tumbler with the straw with the little lids as well, and that was £7 for the tumbler. Moving on to some pet items, you had the Christmas bandana, the Jack Skellington bandana, and you even had these little red dicky bows as well, and they were £3, and a big vinyl pet toy for £2. That will keep a pet busy for a while. Stitch and Angel dog toys with a rope ball, they were £5 each, and you even had a Shrek one as well, and you had, is it Maleficent, that one? And then Hello Kitty, you also had Donkey, and his arms were ropes, as you can see. That was £4.50. And then you had a Jack Skellington one as well. And you also had Olaf, and you had the Stitch rope thing for dogs too. You also had this mat or mitt, I think it's for cats, I'm not sure, for £5. This toy here as well of Stitch. And then you just had some Christmassy ones. So you had this lovely penguin one, and the penguin had a ball in the middle, so kind of a teddy and a ball for like a 2-in-1. That was £4.50. Moving on, you had Grinch dog toys. You had this naughty dog toy for £4. You also had some Grinch tennis balls here for £3.50. And then you also had more Grinch toys. This was a rope toy for £5 as well. So again, lots of Grinch stuff in Primark this year. You had a candy cane dog toy for £4 as well, which I liked. I did like the candy cane one. And then you had some more rope toys here, the gnome ones for £4 as well. Or you could just get a rope with a ball on the end, which I remember our boxer dog used to love them, and that was only £2, so not too bad a price at all. You also had some squeaky toys for £1.50. You had the reindeer, you had a snowman, and you had Santa. But you could get a Grinch squeaky toy as well for £2.50. But if Toby was still here, it would be chewed up in seconds. So £2.50 is a lot of money for it to be destroyed. And then you had dog coats. This was the Stitch one. They had them in small, medium, and in large. So if you want to dress your dog up as Stitch, they had the Elf ones as well. I did like the Elf ones. I thought they were cool. They also had the Christmas tree ones and a little photo of what it would look like. So I thought it was hilarious. We never dressed our dogs up, but I do think it's funny. And then you had the Gonk Christmas jumper as well. If you wanted to put the Christmas jumper on for their winter walk, or you could dress them up as the Grinch. So you could wear your Grinch pajamas or your Grinch jumper, and then you could take your dog out as well. And there's the Simpsons dog jumper as well. You also had these Christmas jumpers too, but they had little leg warmers with them, and they were £8. And you had them in different styles as well. So this was just the Christmas jumper for £7, but down here you had some more with the little leg warmers too. These ones were £8, so they did range in different prices, or you could dress them up as Olaf. So let me know if you would do that with your dog. We never did, but let me know if you do. Then they had some gift bags. So they had the Spider-Man, they had Grinch, and they had traditional Christmas ones, or Frozen and Hello Kitty. So lots of gift bag ideas. And then we're moving on to some other bits and pieces. So lots of hot water bottles, the Grinch, Stitch, Angel, Jack Skellington, Disney ones, Groot ones. And then we had some Christmas candles, the snowman and the and Santa, sorry. This smelled okay, wasn't the best, and they were £6 each. Little diffusers here, lots of different scents. They were only £1, so not too bad. And then you had this Christmas tree diffuser as well, which I think was a little bit more, was at £5 for that one. You had these little tiny Christmas candles. They were only £1 each. One was cinnamon and ginger. Not good at all. And you also had these white Christmas tree candles, which I thought was really pretty. And you also had it in gold as well. They were £3.50 each, but you had them in white and you had them in gold. Or you had a tin candle here as well. not really my thing, but you could use the tin again, I suppose, and put some sweets in it and give it as a gift for the following year. Nutcracker plates and more mugs. I did like the Santa mug. I thought he was really cool. That was £3 for that one. My mum actually bought this one because she loves the robin, so she bought a robin mug, and it was the last one, so she picked that up, and that was £3 for that. Or you could get a Christmas tree one for £3 as well, and there was a nutcracker one there at £2. Or you could get a stocking one here. Not my thing, I don't like it. I think I prefer the Santa, or I love this one, the pink gingerbread house one. I really like that. That was also £3.50. But you could get a gnome one just here, and I think that one was £4. It was a little bit more expensive. That one was £4 for that mug. You also had some driving home for Christmas plates as well. These were £3.50 for just one of them. And then you had this Santa mailbox for £6, quite a small one, but I think in B&M they did the bigger one. Go back and watch that one. I'll link it in the description box below for you. Then you had these microfiber cloths. There was 5 in a pack, and you could get all different ones as well, so they weren't all the same. So if you wanted to really go all out for Christmas. And then you had the tea towels as well. You had these holly ones, but there was plenty of different styles. There was this joy one, so you could really take your pick when it comes to Christmas tea towels. I think we have Disney tea towels, I'm not sure. They're about £3 each. You had these Mickey and Minnie Mouse decorations for £5, and you also had the Jack Skellington decorations as well for £5 too. There were more some Jack Skellington ones if you wanted to get those, but I'll show you those later on in the video. They also had these candles. They were soy wax candles. I've never had soy wax candles before. They were £4, and you get 4 of them in the pack. They had them in red and gold, or you had this paper decoration just here. So if you have burned soy wax candles, because apparently they are much better to burn, they're much better for the environment, do let me know. You also had this cushion cover here. They were £7 each. There was lots of different ones, but it was only for one cushion cover. There wasn't like a set of 3 or 4 of them. Some were £7, some were £6, but they didn't have an awful lot there, and I felt like it was quite expensive if you only got one cushion cover. It didn't make sense to me, but again, the 2 at the bottom, the red ones, were £6, and the 2 at the top were £7. You also had this photo prop, party glasses and photo props for £5, and you also had some more of these decorations. These were in red, but you also had them in silver and gold. They were £7 each. You also had the smaller ones, which were £1.50 I think for 6 of them, and you had these candy cane decorations, £3 for 3 of them as well. At the bottom you had different decorations here. They were £4.50 each. You had red, green, and you had them in gold as well. I think my son would choose the green one, but I like the gold ones. What ones do you like? You could get these Stitch ones if you wanted a Stitch Christmas decoration pack. It was £10 to £12 for a set of 30. And here are the silver decorations I mentioned before. Then you have these pink decorations just here for £4.50, and then you had the smaller ones for £1.50 in red and green. But I feel these kind of decorations are better in B&M and Home Bargains. You had the gingerbread napkins. They were £1.50 each. You also had them as Santas, or you could get the pink gingerbread house ones if you wanted those napkins instead. All were £1.50 each. You had these bear pull-up decorations. They were £14, so you could have them all different sizes. Just pull them up and their legs will lengthen, or you could just get the little ones just here that you could sit on the side. You also had them in the gingerbread man, and I do like the gingerbread man ones. I don't know if they pulled up. Here was 30 decorations for £10, and they were Mickey and Minnie, but you also had some extra Stitch ones just here, and they were £5 for the 6 Stitch decorations just there. You also had some other decorations here for £5, and these were Stitch also. There wasn't that many Disney or Harry Potter stuff in our Primark, but hopefully there is in yours. You could get the Hello Kitty decorations. There is a lot of Hello Kitty stuff this year, or the candy cane soap dispenser. I will be popping back into Primark. If there is any other decorations, I will video them for you. You also had the Jack Skellington Night Before Christmas, 30 decorations for £10. You also had the Sherpa bedding, very thick, very warm, only £20. Great to keep you warm at night, saves having the heating on. You had the Christmas trees, or you had the candy cane ones, so you could take your pick of what you would like. And then you also had the gonk cushions, and you had the driving home for Christmas too. And then you also had these throws as well. They were nice and thick and warm. They were £12. You had them with holly on as well. And then what I liked is this one just here matched the pajamas from earlier on in the video. They were £4.50. So these are much smaller but great for little kids, so you could put them in a 1st of December box. You had a gingerbread fitted sheet to go with the gingerbread quilt cover, or you could have a gnome duvet set if you wanted that instead. You also had some gingerbread cushions here for £8. This was the female one. I really did like that. Or you had this robin cushion just here. I think it was £8. I'm not entirely sure. Some more Grinch decorations just here, and you also had this Bauble Grinch decoration too. This was £3.50 for that. Or you had this decoration and you could just shake the glitter around. It said Merry Grinchmas on. You could get the Grinch baubles. They were £5 for the 4 of them. These ones were much better. And here is Sally sitting on the edge like Jack Skellington. That was £3.50. Or a Grinch snow globe. I think that was £3 or £4 if you like the Grinch snow globe just there. £8, sorry, a bit more expensive than 3 to 4. You had these Grinch decorations. They were £7. You could get this little one here that sits on the side. That was £3 or £4.50 each. And then you had the set of 30 Grinch Christmas decorations. I think it was £12. Yes, £12 for that if you just wanted to get those ones instead of all the other little bits, or both, up to you. You could get these £5 Grinch faces for £5, or 4 for £5, sorry, and a Grinch tumbler for £14. And then you had all the other Christmas decorations just here. You had some Disney, but there was no Harry Potter, but I have seen online that there is Harry Potter stuff. So again, if I see any when I go back in, I will film it. However, I will put that on my weekly vlog videos, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss those weekly vlogs. So there were some Disney, a lot of Stitch, but Primark is known for its Stitch items. So there was Stitch and Angel. You also had a gold reindeer and a shooting star rainbow as well. They were £2 each. I think they were £1, but they were on the sale for 50p. And then obviously you had all these other Christmas decorations for £2. I still don't understand why people put these popcorn things or the coffee things on their tree, but if that's something you enjoy, then go for it. Let me know if you do buy those kind of decorations or not. So that is everything on the video for Primark. I still got a few more videos like Poundland and HomeSense to come, so don't forget to like this video if you have enjoyed it today. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos from me, because there's still a lot more Christmas content coming your way. I hope whenever you are watching this, you are having a good morning, good day, or good evening, and I will see you on the next Christmas videos. Don't forget to check out the videos in the description box below. Bye guys.